Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into some seriously ancient Eastern wisdom to tackle literally the biggest question of human existence. Who are we, really? We're going to map out human consciousness step by step, using some of the most profound structural frameworks ever created. So, I want to kick things off with a pretty profound question for you. Who exactly is the I that's watching this explainer right now? Are you just your physical body? Are you those racing thoughts inside your head? Or is there something much deeper, sitting quietly behind your eyes, simply observing? We say things like, my body or my mind, which totally implies an owner. So, who is the owner? To wrap our heads around this, we've got to start with a core concept called the Jivatma. Basically, this is the individual self, the living soul that gives you your unique consciousness. But ancient texts argue this individual soul isn't actually isolated at all. It's a localized reflection of the absolute, universal reality known as Paramatma. Think of it like a single drop of water. It's incredibly small, yes, but it contains the exact same chemical properties as the entire ocean. You are the drop, but you are also the ocean. So how do we, as these localized souls, actually navigate the total chaos of the physical world? Well, the Kapha Upanishad, which is a text dating back over 2,000 years, by the way, gives us this incredibly brilliant visual roadmap known as the chariot allegory. Listen to how the text actually describes this. Know thou the soul is riding in a chariot. The body is the chariot. Know thou the intellect is the chariot driver, and the mind is the reins. It's just such a beautiful way to translate our messy, unpredictable human experience into a clear, structured journey.
And you know what's wild? Look at how perfectly this maps to human psychology and anatomy. The chariot is your physical body. The horses pulling it, those are your five senses. And let's be real, those horses are completely wild, constantly dragging you towards sights, sounds, scrolling on your phone, you name it. The mind acts as the reins, which can either be loose or tight. Your intellect is the driver, firmly holding those reins. And finally, the Atman, your true soul, is just the passenger sitting in the back. If your intellect doesn't use the reins of the mind to control those sensory horses, the whole chariot crashes.
Now, while the chariot perfectly illustrates how we interact with the outside world, we need a totally different framework to figure out what we're actually made of on the inside. This is known as the Panchakosha, the five sheaths of consciousness. It's basically like peeling a giant onion, layer by layer, to finally reach the core. This model systematically peels back our layers, stepping inward from the gross physical body we see in the mirror every day, all the way down to a subtle, hidden core. We've got 5 layers here: Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya. The ultimate trap of human existence is that we constantly mistake these outer, peelable layers for our true, permanent identity.
Let's break down these outer 3 veils first, because let's face it, this is where we spend almost our entire lives trapped. First up is the Annamaya Kosha, your physical body. If you've ever thought, I'm too tall, I'm too short, or I'm hungry, you are identifying strictly with this biological layer. Next is the Pranamaya Kosha, which is the vital energy and breath animating you. And third is the Manomaya Kosha, the mental sheath. This is that constant, noisy stream of your thoughts, your daily anxieties, and your shifting emotions. It's this specific layer that creates the heavy illusion of a totally separate ego.
But if we use deep self-inquiry, we can actually push past all that mental noise. We arrive at the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellect, where true wisdom and discernment live. Deeper still is the Anandamaya Kosha, the sheath of profound spiritual bliss. But wait, here is the massive surprise in this ancient philosophy. Even that ultimate bliss is just another veil. It's still something you experience. It's only when we transcend all 5 of these sheaths that we finally reveal the Atman, the true self. Just pure existence, pure consciousness.
But wait a second. This actually brings up a massive philosophical puzzle. If the mind, the intellect, and the body are just outer sheaths, like if they're basically inert matter, how do they feel so incredibly alive? How does a physical, material brain experience a gorgeous sunset or actually feel the sting of sadness?
Well, Advaita Vedanta uses this absolutely brilliant analogy to explain it: the sun and the buckets of water. Imagine original consciousness. The Paramatma is like a single, massive, brilliant sun in the sky. It doesn't act, it doesn't have emotions, it literally just shines. Now imagine our individual minds are like hundreds of little buckets of water scattered all over the ground. Every single bucket captures a tiny, temporary reflection of that exact same sun. The water in the bucket definitely isn't the sun, right? But it shines with its borrowed light.
And as you can see right here from the classical text, the Jiva Atma, that individual soul we talked about earlier, is literally defined as reflected consciousness because of a finite reflecting medium. Your mind, or antakaranam, is quite simply the bucket of water. The consciousness you and I experience every single day is just a reflection of that ultimate reality, limited entirely by the shape, size, and clarity of our specific minds.
Looking at this breakdown, it reveals something pretty startling. The mind, entirely by itself, is actually inert. It's really just biological machinery with zero light of its own. It only becomes sentient, only feels alive and capable of having a thought because it borrows consciousness from the true self. In Sanskrit, this borrowed light is called Chitta Bahas. Basically, your mind is just a mirror reflecting the light of the soul.
And this whole realization leads to a totally mind-bending conclusion: the illusion of doership. The pure Atma has absolutely no emotional highs or lows, and the mind is just inert matter. So that means all of your daily anxieties, your guilt, your stresses, even your ego itself, they're all just superimpositions. Think of it exactly like a movie being projected onto a blank TV screen. The explosions, the heartbreaks, the drama, it's all incredibly intense, but the screen itself, it's completely unaffected. It never gets burned by the fire in the movie. You are the screen, not the movie. Which brings us right to the ultimate takeaway of this explainer. Through the chariot allegory, the 5 sheaths, and the fascinating reality of reflected consciousness, the message is crystal clear. You are not the chariot. You're the rider. You are not the movie. You are the screen. If this explainer made you question the nature of consciousness, like, share, and subscribe to Infinite Within for more explainers exploring spirituality, consciousness, ancient wisdom, and the hidden mysteries of existence. Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. What veil do you find yourself trapped in the most? And always remember, the greatest journey isn't outward, it's within.